Alright guys, welcome back to the Clash of Anatolia 2, hosted by Kasva, who's actually through to the round of 6 of his own tournament. So the winner of this is going through the semi-finals. Got Kasva in the red trunks as Mayans, up against Ubetnir in the blue trunks as Britons. So Britain's wonderful foot archer civilization, cheaper town centre cost as well, and extra speed on their shepherd gathering there as well. Faster working archery ranges. Kasva's Mayans, cheaper walling, really nice skirmishes, and a bonus starting villager. Bonus resource conservation as well, so it should be a good match this one, with one of the Age of Kings civilizations in the Britons up against one of the Age of Conquerors civilizations in the Mayans. And thank you for the open English streaming policy on the tournament, Kasva, so thought I'd come and cast a couple of games of what's essentially the Turkish national tournament. So Kasva's going for his boar. The map we're on today is Outcrop, so I don't believe I played this one, but it looks like all the gold is relegated to the sides of the map. Really encourage our players to have to play quite expansively. There's also a hell of a lot of stone out here, but basically if someone can take one of these shelves completely and also delay their opponent's ability to get on the other, be a very, very solid start to the mid-game for them. There's also a couple of relics here in the center of the map. Actually, 5 in total, so it's about the normal amount. There's not a huge amount of gold back at home for our players. Like, there's only these 4 tiles of gold, and they've got access to any stone. Doesn't look like they've actually got access to any stone at all. So if they want to be able to take town centers, it sounds like they need to be, or castles, it sounds like they need to be able to control a lot of this. So it should be quite an aggressive game, I think. Which is good, because I'm getting hungry and want to go to dinner. We'll be back to cast some more after, though. So we even got Kasva taking Loom there. So Ubetnir going for another villager and then he'll age. Kasva already aging at the moment. And Ubetnir already having walled himself in pretty much. Kasva also doing a little bit of base walling and now committing to his barracks. So we've got that barracks as well for Ubetnir. So more walling going up here for Kasva. I want to probably wall that too, but this is nice that this tree line saves him a little bit of wood. So Kasva going to try and push with 3 man-at-arms, or even just the 2. We're going to 2 militia, and it doesn't look like he's going to bother with man-at-arms upgrade. Ubetnir has walled himself in pretty well here. That's actually distance gathering these Ibex at the moment. double archery range now for Ubetnir. Well, he's keen to wall himself in. His paramilitia not going to be able to just worm their way into the base. They're going to have to try and destroy some wall off here.
Tabish?
Kasva's actually, yeah, I just don't understand why he's distance gathering from the Ibex.
Ashike?
Unless he's looking to use these as his wallers over here. I suppose, oh, he's going to go on the mill now, and I guess that distance is worth it. So, Kasva is into the base of Ubetnir at the moment. Let's scout. Ubetnir backing off. Not a lot of health left on him.
Ashike?
The militia playing hide and seek at the moment. Ubetnir even finding a couple of cows over here, so he's taken them. Another pair over here. The player's just playing quite defensively for the time being. Kasva pushing across, trying to establish a bit of map control.
Shot it.
Ubetnir also has some controlling archers out and about at the moment. The cheeky man-at-arms that was playing hide and seek on his archer friend is now popped out to play. With this many ranged out, he'll go down pretty quickly here. Serve us some nice bait with these archers, but if Ubetnir doesn't clean him up, it just makes it so that he can't send anything to repair whatever building he's got being attacked. And this little maze entrance to his base is all for naught. So Ubetnir combining his forces here. It's actually slightly ahead of Kasva in terms of the army size. Ubetnir driving his opponent back for the moment. And continuing to scout up at the top. Kasva trying to keep his opponent's range busy attacking the infantry instead of attacking the other ranged. Kasva trying to harass that big ranged ball, but again his own ranged army is a little bit smaller than Ubetnir's at the moment. So Kasva going to castle, Ubetnir going to castle pretty much the same time. And village count at the moment just shy of 40. That's actually switching it up and producing a lot of Eagle Scouts now. And he can get the Eagle Warrior upgrade once he's in Castle Age. That means he can take good fights against both the ranged and against any transition to stables, if that's what the Britain's player is looking to do it all. But I mean, considering most of their civ bonuses are for ranged, I guess it's a little hard to justify it. But I guess you could say the same for Mayans until they actually do get the El Dorado tech. So Kasva getting chainmail as soon as he's aged up here, maximising the amount of infantry, amount of armour he's got in his infantry here. Ubetnir hitting castle as well, so he'll be looking to get the upgrades for his ranged units with crossbow and bodkin arrow coming out. Only thing he's really going to need possibly is the elite skirmisher upgrade, but he's unlikely to take that. He's probably just going to look at switching to just pure crossbow or crossbow knight production. So Kasva gonna have to deal with the fact that Ubetnir's trying to find his way in here. Okay, there is a gap in the wall, and now Kasva trying to go for a quick workshop. Well, Ubetnir also got Kasva hot on his heels, but there at least is a bit more of a delay before he's through. Kasva losing a number of villages here now. He's down by 7. This is rough. He's relying on getting some scorpions out or even some mangonels and try and turn this around from here. Well, Ubetnir is nice and safe back at home. So single scorpion being queued up in the building. And some more Eagle Warriors being trained up. Try and support this army, but Kasva's having to bring everything back, and in the meanwhile, he's losing more and more units. Taking more and more extra damage here.
Shot it.
Kasva, it's looking really rough for him, down by 12 villages at the moment, trying to mass everything up so he can at least take a good fight up against one clump of Ubetnir's units, kill them, and then take a fight against the other. Ubetnir just trying to kite these Eagle Warriors as best he can without having to cop any damage from the ranged backline of Kasva. Ubetnir trying to kite Kasva to death here. Looks like Ubetnir should be able to tidy up this fight over here while still being a real pest. Though he's going to have to try and fan out these units. Otherwise he risks losing multiple of them to the crossbows. To the scorpions. But he's focusing more and more of Kasva's villagers down, who's now down by 16 vills to his opponent. Scorpion getting another couple of archers low there and picking off another pair of them. Kasva on a second town center. Ubetnir also on a second town center. A nice big archer ball here. He's going to try and hit from the other side. Everything seems to be going Ubetnir's way at the moment, because that would have been said earlier. Or they just paused there. Ubetnir's found another opening into Kasva's base, but he's a bit tentative this time. He knows can't really afford to lose all the crossbows, even though he's dealt a lot of damage to Kasva so far. He's just best off massing up another couple more units, taking advantage of the fact he's up by nearly 20 villager population. Just put himself a little bit more ahead through that fact alone, rather than trying to put himself well ahead and win the game and end up throwing it all away, because he's dealt some good damage to Kasva so far. Kasva's not going to be looking to just feed it all to his opponent. He's looking to try and get some damage with the Eagle Warrior, so he's actually going to check up at the top side of the map, but unfortunate for him, Ubetnir's already gone double town center over at the lower side, so there's not really anything at risk up at the top. So dropping a couple of villages to the crossbow ball, and being forced off his gold mine as well, which is really important. Again, there wasn't an awful lot of starting gold. He's now pretty much exclusively gathering gold over here at the lower side of the map, which Ubetnir is also on. Cuts for 25 vills down at the moment. That's a nice choke point for these Scorps to engage the crossbow. Players trying to use mangonels against one another. And Ubetnir coming out slightly on top there, but at the same time, the Scorpion from Kasva able to clean up the mangonel. And now, Kasva's found a way into his opponent's base here. So you can really tie up Ubetnir, have to try and chase him with both the ranged and the knights. You even get a couple of villager kills. Ubetnir's doing a bit of quick walling. It's actually a bear attacking one of the villagers, but he's not going to be too much help. We're going to commit to another barracks here. And doesn't look like he's making any more scorpions for the moment. Possibly lacking a little bit of gold in order to be able to do so. So Ubetnir are going to have another go at trying to break through the palisade here. Kasva interrupting Ubetnir's attempt at yet another town centre. He will get a villager for his troubles, but he's still down by nearly 30. And I believe he's down in terms of the town centre cost, with Ubetnir all the way up to 5 town centres here. Kasva seems to be only on the 3. So, economy's definitely growing at different paces here, and definitely growing at quite a quick pace on both sides of the fence. And Ubetnir's going to try and harass Kasva's gold here, because he knows that there isn't likely to be any other form of gold gathering for Kasva at the moment. He's going to have to try and get on this gold pile over here. He's also got what's left back in his base, but that's an ever-dwindling supply, and Ubetnir trying to bait Kasva into a fight with the Eagle Warriors. We're going to take a little bit of damage even when they're trying to disengage there. Crossbows slightly outranging the town centre there, especially being English crossbows. GG, Kasva taking the game. I was going to say, is it +1 or +2 for English crossbows? +1 in Castle. So, yep, Ubetnir taking game number 1 in the series in Britain's versus Mayans.